Palo Santo is the latest album from Years and Years, who join us here in San Francisco. Gentlemen,
Hi. Hello.
welcome back to our fine city.
Thanks. We're very excited to be back here.
It hasn't been that long, actually. You were here earlier this year.
True.
And you've been here many times before. You did Outside Lands. Have you gotten a good sense of the city? Have you been able to explore, fool around, and get into mischief?
A little.
What have we done out here?
We once went out in the Castro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we I can't remember why we could only be there at 9 p.m. But we had like a private.
We had a private room booked.
like
in
a
an
private
empty
area
club.
in a nightclub in the Castro.
and no one was there because no one goes out until like maybe
Till
12.
later, right? And the whole club was empty apart from our little private area.
But we had the little rope.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
wow.
rope.
You shall not pass.
Right.
And like loads of drinks on this one table, and no one. We didn't really know what to do, did we? Played a
looked
bit. I
very
think we
sad.
played air hockey.
We played.
And then we
So you
left.
had the whole club to yourself. You had
But
the
that was-
ice melting
Yeah.
Yeah.
and lots of air hockey.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the album release.
Oh, yeah.
It's been some time.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be performing it live for the world now, and how comfortable does it feel?
Well, it's been. So this is our first tour, basically, of this album, and it's been so much fun. Basically, I'm having the best time. Having time of my life. Best time of my life.
It's been really good.
Because you're
I feel
stoned all the time.
we've just got it.
Can't say
oiled.
that in front of a
Sorry.
camera.
Did you say?
God's sake.
I missed that. But I was saying it's quite well oiled now. We can perform the songs.
Sure is.
It is.
Uh-huh.
It's very oiled. Yeah.
Very oiled.
But I think,
Apart from after Vegas.
yeah.
You think what?
No, the tour's been going great. I think we. God, this is like a Cheech and Chong interview. It's been going. It's been going great. Like we have, like the new songs and the old songs that we've spliced together in the show kind of work seamlessly. And then now when we get back, we're gonna like add more new material for the UK tour and beyond and stuff. So.
It's the funnest part, I think. For me, definitely playing live. Like it's just so amazing, and you know, I don't know. The shows have been so great, and because it's always dependent on the audience. You know how good a show is. It's all dependent on, you know, the connection you have at the show itself, and like it's just so amazing experiencing it.
Yeah.
It's like very I think it's quite addictive.
But what is the vision for the ultimate stage performance to represent Palo Santo? Because
we
you're
need to get
right,
you
right.
flying around like
Yeah.
like Katy Perry.
Somewhere between like I never saw Kate Bush's original show, but yeah, somewhere between like a Kate Bush show,
Which you never saw.
which I
And a
never
Pink
saw,
show.
and a Pink show,
which you've never seen.
which I've never seen.
We've seen it on DVD
No, I've
though.
seen clips, but you know,
Okay.
and the Fame Monster Ball tour that Gaga did.
Have you seen that?
Thrown in with a bit of Madonna. No, I've only seen clips of these. Okay, or like amalgamations. I wasn't there at any of them.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, with a mixture of maybe a Madonna tour. You know, you could pick any one.
Yeah.
With a bit of Kylie, because it has a Showgirls vibe too. You know,
Wow.
there's like a lot going on.
There's a lot going on here.
Thing is, we just need so much money.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Emery, are you prepared for this? It seems like you're envisioning yourself with a number of costumes and wigs and
Wigs.
Wigs.
dancing and
Well, he's
Wow.
not envisioning himself like that.
I'm not
Well, no,
envisioning
you're
him like
describing
that.
it, and I'm
This-
looking
I'm
at
just
him right
fan-
now, and I'm just looking at his face, and he's like, "Oh my
This-
God, I was
have I
not
done?
told of this."
Yeah. I'm just trying to survive, man. In all the No, it's cool. It's like like as much as the album takes time for the music to like embed itself in people's consciousness, and the show itself, because there's a concept to it, so there's an idea to it. So it takes a little time for Palo Santo, the world, I think, to grow and settle, and I think that it's sort of getting there. And when we go back to the UK, when we tour and stuff, it's going to be the full. We didn't manage to bring the full show to the US because it's kind of a little bit crazy. There's a lot of stuff. It's huge, you know. So once that kicks in and we get some more new material in there, it's just gonna the idea is to just keep adding and.
You know, a lot of the inspiration came from, my you know, when I write a song, I'm taking inspiration from my own life, you know, so personal experience, but then you're like transforming it into something poetic, you know, a song. So, and I've always kind of loved how pop music is like an escape. So it's like this moment of fantasy, and I really just wanted to like draw that out to its most extreme kind of length. So create this whole fantasy world that could go along with the music, you know, because that's what I'm addicted to, is just like being able to like step into a fantasy every time I go on stage, you know, and just be part of something that's like magical. And so that kind of was what started the seed of the idea of creating this kind of like sci-fi fantasy world called Palo Santo, where there are all these humans entertaining these androids, right? Because it was so different to like the intensely personal music, I thought it was cool to kind of like place it in like this big contrast, and ultimately it's just like about reflecting what it means to be human, you know. That's what Palo Santo is about. It's like, are they androids, are they human beings, like, and that's what the music is about, really, because I'm just trying to figure out what it means being alive. So that was kind of, you know.
Right. Is there any particular songs of which you enjoy playing, that you really find yourself getting into a groove? And
yeah, I think Rendezvous is always a great bop to play live, and funnily enough, I quite enjoy All For You live as well. With the real drums, it has a certain heft to it, and it's like it gets everyone jumping up and down. So those two are the ones that stand out for me.
All right. Well, I guess.
What's that look?
Sorry.
Have we interviewed with you before?
We have.
I remember.
In outdoors, right?
Outside
Was it
Yes.
I remember. I
That's
think
right.
that went much better.
Was it like really cold or something?
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really cold.
And windy.
It was. Oh, you remember the elements?
Yeah, I remember the
Yes.
elements, but not the gig.
Yes. Wonderful to see you guys.
Thank
again.
you.
Thanks, man.
It's good to see you.
And
Yay.
best of luck with everything.
Thank you
Cool,
so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Years and Years, Palo Santo, their latest album. You're watching B-Sides on Air.